Fans of God of War are buzzing with excitement and confusion at the same time. After a major leak revealed what could have been a cancelled multiplayer God of War game from Blue Point Games, one of Sony's top studios. This project, which never got officially announced, has now surfaced through leaked screenshots that show a stunning but mysterious look at a world fans thought they had left behind, that is ancient Greece, along with a shocking tease of a return for one of the franchise's most infamous gods, Hades himself, a cancelled project that comes to light. Earlier this year, Sony reportedly shut down two live service games in development, one at Ben Studio, that is creators of Days Gone, and another at Blue Point Games, the studio's best known for high-quality remakes like Demon's Souls and Shadow of the Colossus. While there was no official statement about what Blue Point's project was, new leaks suggest it was a multiplayer God of War experience that was already in an early but exciting phase of development. The leak comes from MP First, a site known for uncovering behind-the-scene game information. They released several screenshots from this cancelled project, giving players a peek into what might have been a massive new direction for the God of War universe, one that combined Greek mythology with multiplayer gameplay. The leaked screenshots, that is Hades Armory. Among the most talked about leaks are two specific screenshots showing an area called Hades Armory. These images appear to show the same location in two completely different states. In one screenshot, the armory looks clean, ancient, and majestic, like something pulled straight out of Olympus or the underworld before it fell into ruin. And the other one is in the second image. The same area seems to be under a curse, covered in rust-colored stains, eerie lighting, and a corrupted atmosphere, as if the world itself had been infected or transformed by some dark magic. Fans immediately noticed that the architecture, symbols, and overall look were far more Greek-inspired than Norse. The mythology that defined the latest entries, that is God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. However, there are still faint Norse design touches here and there, leading many to believe that Blue Point might have been planning to merge both mythologies or was still experimenting with the setting before deciding which direction to take. The return of Hades, a surprising twist, is that what shocked fans even more is the possible return of Hades, the god of the underworld. Longtime God of War fans will remember Hades as a major villain from the original Greek trilogy. He first appeared in the God of War 2005 and God of War 2, but it was in God of War 3 that his full power and personality were unleashed, only to meet a brutal and unforgettable death at the hands of Kratos. In God of War 3, Kratos literally ripped out Hades' soul in a gruesome battle, which many thought permanently ended the god's reign. But these leaks raise big questions, that is, how could Hades return? Was this new game set before his death, or was the curse shown in the screenshots related to his resurrection? Some fans are speculating that the cursed version of Hades' armory could symbolize a world where the underworld has bled into reality. Maybe because of a divine disturbance or Kratos' past actions. It could also mean that players would battle alongside or against fallen gods, possibly in an arena style or co-op combat system inspired by Greek mythological wars. And what kind of game was it? While no gameplay footage has been leaked yet, many believe that Blue Point's cancelled God of War project was meant to be a live service or multiplayer title. That means it might have focused on team-based combat, character progression, and mythological customization, possibly similar to games like Destiny 2 or For Honor, but set in the brutal world of gods and monsters. Imagine multiple players choosing heroes or demigods, each with their own powers, and fighting in mythological arenas like Olympus, Sparta, or the underworld. The leaked Hades armory location could have been one of these combat zones, perhaps even with dynamic events that shifted the map between normal and cursed states. Blue Point is known for their technical excellence, so the visuals in these leaks are stunning, with high detail, cinematic lighting, and atmospheric effects that match Sony's top-tier standards. It's clear that this wasn't just a small side project, it was something ambitious and visually powerful. While Sony cancelled it, because the exact reason why Sony cancelled the game isn't public, but there are some clues. In early 2025, Sony announced it was re-evaluating its live service strategy after multiple delays and cancellations across its studios. Games like The Last of Us Online from Naughty Dog were also halted, showing that Sony is being much more cautious about multiplayer titles that don't fit their single-player success success formula. It's possible that even though Bluepoint's God of War multiplayer looked incredible, it didn't align with Sony's new priorities. Or perhaps it wasn't coming together as planned. Still, the concept of a multiplayer God of War game intrigued many fans, as it could have offered a new way to explore the mythology and characters beyond Kratos' story. And what this means for the future of God of War. Even though this multiplayer project was cancelled, it doesn't mean that God of War franchise is done exploring new directions. In fact, the success of God of War 2018 and Ragnarok 2022 almost guarantees that the new game is coming. The only question is when and where it will take place. After Ragnarok, fans have been speculating that Kratos or his son Atreus might travel to a new pantheon, maybe Egypt, Celtic lands, or even back to Greece. The leak showing Greek environments could suggest that Sony hasn't completely closed the door on the world Kratos once destroyed. And with Hades appearing again, some are wondering if Sony might revisit Greek mythology in a future story, maybe through a prequel, spin-off, or even a multiplayer revival that builds on these early ideas. The fan community is split between sadness and excitement. Some are disappointed that such a promising idea never came to life, while others are relieved that Sony decided not to push another live service title, preferring the deep single-player storytelling the series is known for. On social media, fans are posting things like, "This could have been epic, fighting alongside gods online in Hades' armory. Count me in. I'm glad they didn't turn God of War into a multiplayer grind. Keep it mythic and personal." These are some of the fans told. Either way, these leaks show that just how much creative potential still exists in the God of War universe. Even cancelled ideas like this remind fans that there's plenty of mythology left to explore, and Sony and Santa Monica Studio will almost certainly return to it on time. So the leaked screenshots, finally we can say that from Bluepoint's cancelled God of War multiplayer games, are a fascinating look into an alternate future for the franchise, one where Hades might have risen again, Greece might have returned, and players might have fought side by side as a warrior of myth. While many never see that exact game released, it proves that the world of God of War still has endless stories to tell across gods, ages, and realms. And who knows, maybe one day Sony will resurrect the idea just like Hades himself. But let's not forget, guys, in a recent news, Christopher Judge hints at the Egyptian setting, because during a fan panel at MCM London Comic Con, Christopher Judge, who famously voices Kratos, was asked what mythology he would like to see the series explore next. His response started off casually but quickly turned into something that sounded a little too revealing. There are so many pantheons that would be really interesting, but he personally told that just because I kind of became best known, target for me to go to Egypt would be kind of a completion, kind of a full circle. It didn't take long for attendees to pick up on what sounded like an accidental confirmation of another God of War project. While it was a quick correction, the tone and timing made it clear that Christopher might already know more that he's allowed to say. Fans in the audience reportedly reacted with cheers, laughs, and plenty of speculation, because the way he phrased it sounded exactly like someone who almost confirmed something under wraps. And honestly, it wouldn't be the first time an actor has accidentally spoiled a secret about an upcoming game. While the studio might be quietly working on the next chapter, God of War is also expanding in another direction, a live-action TV series for Amazon Prime Video. The show is being led by Ronald, the brilliant mind behind Battlestar Galactica, Outlander, and For All Mankind. Moore is known for building deep, emotional, and believable worlds, which could make him a perfect fit for adapting God of War's complex mythology and father-son story. This series will reportedly focus on the 2018 game, following Kratos and Atreus in the Norse realm. It's unclear whether Christopher Judge will reprise his roles or if a new actor will take over for the live-action version. But either way, the TV adaptation is another sign that God of War is becoming a full-blown multimedia powerhouse. And honestly, it's hard to imagine Sony letting Kratos rest for long. Ragnarok was a massive success both critically and commercially, and with Christopher Judge's incredible performance and the fanbase still hungry for more, the odds of another God of War being in development are very high. Few fans even speculate that Atreus could get his own spin-off focusing on a younger generation of gods, while Kratos' story continuation in a parallel Egyptian adventure. The excitement is real, and fans could be looking at one of the most visually stunning and rich God of War settings yet. And if Christopher really is returning as Kratos, one thing for sure that fans will follow him anytime, even into the sands of the Nile. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what are your thoughts and opinions about the Greece or Egyptian? Which mythology are you willing to see next? Let me know your thoughts and opinions, guys. I love to hear from you, and hit the like button and subscribe our channel for more notifications. The bell icon, bro, that's the most important thing of all time. Do click it because you guys deserve star notifications sooner, and we will be covering up every God of War topic here on in this channel, from official news to rumors to music and much more. So do subscribe for more, guys, and thank you for all the love and support you guys have given us. Stay tuned for more updates. Take care and see you all in our next video. This is Capix Gaming, and goodbye.